I'm not like thrilled. I can be honest, like I'm not thrilled about it. Like I'm nervous.
And Tatum is hurt.
I'm not like over it. Like I still am a little anxious. Just knowing that like something I never thought would ever happen, it happened. And it happened to me. Full circle coming back to the arena where it,
It was a little more than 11 months ago. Jason Tatum ruptured his Achilles in the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs against the Knicks. New York won that series 4-2. Tonight, he is back at the Garden as the Celtics meet the Knicks, wrapping up the regular season, and it is an important one. Pivotal game. Boston can clinch the 2 seed with a win. The Knicks are trying to hold off Cleveland for the 3 seed in the Eastern Conference. And welcome courtside, everybody. Ian Eagle along with the coach Stan Van Gundy, Cassidy Hubbard as well here on Prime. So great to be with you. And we understand that in the East right now, there's a lot up in the air. The matchups are still very much a question mark, as are the play-in matchups. Stan, pretty remarkable that Boston is in the situation that they're in right now as the 2 seed, considering everything.
When Tatum went down last year, everyone thought this would be a rebuilding year. Maybe a play-in year, but a rebuilding year. And instead, they can wrap up the number 2 seed tonight.
What are you seeing so far with Tatum back in the lineup?
Over the last 5 games, we're seeing, you can see the numbers there. We're seeing the same Jason Tatum we've seen for the last 4 or 5 years. The all-star Jason Tatum, he is playing at an incredible level. It is shocking, actually.
And an amazing story. Cassidy has more on him getting back to this moment. Cassidy.
And it was that exact spot that Jason Tatum ruptured his Achilles, the first major setback of his career, ending Boston's playoff run and starting a long, uncertain recovery process. But now he's back in more ways than one. Having cleared the physical hurdle, tonight he's confronting the mental one. He admitted there's a lot of nervousness being back here, and he knew he'd have to face it. And he chose to do just that. Still not playing back-to-backs. Tatum could have waited to play in tomorrow's game against New Orleans. Instead, he chose Madison Square Garden, knowing a championship path could run through this building. And he has not just returned, he's looked like himself again. In fact, he told me his body feels even better than he expected coming back. So guys, 11 months later, same building, same floor, but tonight he gets a chance to write a different ending.
And tonight he's doing without Jaylen Brown. He is sitting this one out with some tendonitis Achilles, but it doesn't appear to be anything serious. It is a back-to-back for Boston. For the Knicks, they have gone back-to-back 50-plus win seasons. They certainly are going to be a factor come playoff time, and they believe that with the 1-2 punch that they have at the Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns combo, they can play with anybody.
Yeah, look, they went into the season as the favorite in the East. They have as good a 2-man game as there is in the East. Both these guys playing at a really high level, and their defense, which struggled early in the year, has been outstanding. A top 10 defense now on the season. This is a team to contend with.
Knicks have won 2 of the 3 meetings so far this season. They are wrapping up the season series here tonight. We're closing in on the opening tip. Much more still to come from the Garden as we send it back to Taylor and the gang in LA.
You're watching a special presentation of the NBA on Prime.
You to the NBA on Prime, presented by Wingstop. Tonight at the Mecca, Madison Square Garden, it is the Boston Celtics and the New York Knicks. Boston enters action at 54-25. The Knicks are 51-28. Let's check out the starters for Boston tonight. Tatum, Walsh, Queta, Hauser, and White. Walsh stepping in for Jaylen Brown. Meanwhile, for the New York Knicks, Anunoby, Hart, Towns, Bridges, and Brunson. Knicks are 28-9 at home. Mike Brown currently tied with Pat Riley for the most wins in a season for a New York head coach in their first year. So he would set a new record with one more win. And Joe Mazzulla, he's one of the favorites for Coach of the Year. He's just done a masterful job with this team, guiding them to the #2 spot in the Eastern Conference. Their magic number to clinch the #2 spot for the postseason is 1.
Which means a win tonight.
They're in.
And they're the #2 seed. And this is a very possible, maybe even probable, second-round matchup if both teams can get through the first round.
Boston has won the Atlantic Division 5 consecutive years. We don't really talk divisions like we used to, but that's pretty amazing in and of itself. The Knicks have not won the Atlantic in 13 years.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing when you think about it. But Boston has just established a level of sustained success.
And the return of Jason Tatum to Madison Square Garden. Tatum has scored at least 20 points in 6 consecutive games. This is, of course, his first time at MSG since the ruptured Achilles on May the 12th in the Eastern Conference semifinals. A lot of emotions attached to that for him. Knicks are 28-9 at home. They had a tremendous win in Atlanta on Monday night. That was a fun game, 108-105. And that ended the Hawks' 13-game home winning streak. Mark Davis, Mark Lindsay, C.J. Washington, that's our officiating crew tonight. It is Towns and Keita, and it is a regional.
Well, he definitely tossed it wrong. It was basically right to Neemias Queta.